I see you eyeing me across the room. Eyes glued like you're watching the news. My friends telling me to leave you alone, but I'm a little hard-headed and grown.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice Visions. I am here with 7ranquil. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Today was a mission, but we got here, we made it happen, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we made it happen, man. Like, we had to push back the time and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It happens. You know what I'm saying? People are doing different things. I know, like, you're an entrepreneur almost, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you're doing so many things, trying to set moves, and I totally understand that. How long have you been making music for?
Music's always been around as long as I can pretty much remember. I went to a private school growing up, so by the time you turn 6 years old, you're kind of like obligated to go into the chorus or the choir, and that's kind of like my background with singing. I was taking it seriously from like 14 on, and from there I kind of learned how to make beats and learn how to record myself and write songs, and kind of just gave myself that time while I was young to make all the mistakes, you know?
I mean, you're still gonna make mistakes, though.
Exactly.
Right? And you gotta learn from that. But you've learned a lot. That's good.
So I know more of the business side by the time I was an adult. So I can. My mom thankfully was there for a lot of the. She wasn't my manager because she didn't like negotiate anything, but she got me to all the meetings, so I'm appreciative of that.
Okay, that's good though. Like, you have, family. That's number one. But like, you have somebody around you to kind of teach you the ropes, or make sure you kind of navigate in the waters, the right way. And because I've seen a lot of the times too, people get signed very early on, especially when they're young, and they're signing a contract, they don't know what it is, and they don't have the experience, they don't have the knowledge, and it kind of bites them in the butt, almost. But that's good. You got a good head on your shoulders, I guess.
Yeah, I've always considered myself a little mature for my age.
Really? How old are you?
I'm 24, just turned 24 in July.
Okay, I'm 26. Okay, that's good though. That's good. I mean, I always like to think of it as like you got to stay at least 5 years ahead of the game. Before you reach that certain age, 5 years from now, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, I try to keep like older people around me. So like, cause I don't think I don't think anybody knows everything, but I know that anybody who's lived longer than I have, they're living that long for a reason. So like, I want to get those tips and take what I feel like makes the best sense for my life.
And was there an artist that you looked up to growing up, or a bunch of artists? Or?
Yeah, I think it'd be like a bunch of artists, because I get inspiration from wherever my mindset is at the time. It's not like I'll look back to who I look up to and be like, what would they do? It's kind of like who I'm listening to right now, and then be like, okay, well, I like these drums that they're using, and then think back to this song and be like, I like these chords that they were using, stuff like that.
Have you been, and we'll get around to your singles and stuff like that, especially Mood, we got to get into that, because the colors pop in that video, like just the same as the song does. So, but I know there's a lot of artists, a lot of big, quote-unquote big artists that have been dropping. Is there anything you're listening to right now that caught your eye, caught your ear?
I mean, the obvious ones like Don and CLB, but like, other than that, I listen to like a lot of underground people, or people that like I feel like should be way bigger than what they are, but we're all trying to get there.
Yeah, but that's good though. You're giving them plays. You're giving, you're setting them up almost, and that's what we try to do here on this show, is kind of put people, or give them a platform. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And whether you get one follow from this experience, or you get one listen from this experience, you get something. And that's what this show is about. It's about empowering the artist, empowering the entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So you said you've learned a lot, or you've made a lot of mistakes early on, and now you've learned. What is one lesson, I guess, you could take from the experience, like, so far in music?
I think throughout my life, I've gotten I guess I'll use the word opportunity to speak to and meet some people a little bit further in the industry. And a lot, I don't know if anybody that's watching this has been through something like that, but maybe there's been once or twice you've talked to like somebody that's in a on a higher tier in the field that you're in, and they kind of just give you the, well, just keep at it, or just keep working, or keep grinding. And I've talked to a lot of people that have been through that, and they don't necessarily know what it means. It means whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Like, if whatever you're doing, if it's bringing you the smallest bit of success, that means it's some kind of progress. So if you do it enough, then more people will show up. Like you said, if even one person sees this podcast and says, "Hey, I like Tranquil's vibe. I like what he's talking about. I'll follow him." Or maybe they say, "I don't like this guy. I don't know what he's talking about."
Maybe his
Next,
mood was off.
you know. But I just hope they take something from it. You know.
Um, so I guess let's get into it. It's a mood. That's not your first video. I mean, is it your first official video?
No, the first video that I have out is, it's like actually a very old song. It was called Bullseye Effect, and that was during a different era of Tranquil. That was more of like I was experimenting with more, I guess, trap and like sad boy kind of sounds. Now it's more melodic and singing and actually showing off my voice. That's more what mood is. That's like kind of the introduction to, hey, I'm trying a different approach. I want to do what I actually like doing. And then objection following up after that is kind of that new kind of, I'm really gonna get weird now. Like it's more than just like, I don't wanna rap. I don't wanna be on just a bunch of 808s. Like, that's awesome for the people who do it, and I listen to those people who do it. But I feel like I'm personally around it so much that when I sit down and I want to do my own music, I want to do something that's the complete opposite. Like, if it's right, I want to go left. If it's white, I want to go black. Like,
Yeah, and you definitely, I'll just say it again, no pun intended, but you switched the mood, you switched something there, and so tell me about the mood video. How was that experience? I mean, it was a video that was shot very well. Like, the cinematography in that is very well done. The colors, like I said, pop out. I've kind of been a year now into seriously like making music videos for people, and so like just watching that video kind of reminded me of all the important things you should put in a video. You even had some props in there with like the wine and all that stuff. Like, how did that come about?
me and my manager Rod, actually, we came up with the storyboard for the idea in his office. We kind of were just going for like old school R&B vibes, but kind of trying to make it real light and pop, and just trying to make it feel very wholesome. And I feel like that got captured in the video. We want to do a lot more with it, but like the scene where the performance scene where it's just like the two, like, I think it was like orange and like purple, and maybe it was blue. Like, I didn't even know that was gonna be a scene. Like, I came to the location and it was just already set up. I was like, all right, cool, I love it, I'm with it. And it was a very organized yet go with the flow kind of day. Everything was shot in it.
I felt that way too. I'm like, these people probably got the shots in one day.
Right, but the people that were involved were very on. I don't know if it's okay to curse or not, but like they were very on their toes. They were dotting I's, crossing T's. They're on point. So I think if I could give anybody advice when it comes to doing a music video, making sure that the team that you're working with is very important, and a reasonable budget, because you can only get so far asking for favors. And I know a lot of like asking people to do music videos is not cheap, but it's worth sitting down with the person and talking to them and seeing what you can do.
And you said it, storyboarding. script writing. Those things are important, and like I'm stepping into this world, and of course I've done the podcasting and stuff, but I'm now stepping into, I have my own LLC now. I'm working more production, and it's just that stuff is so important and fundamental, because if you don't have that and people's ideas are kind of all over the place, you're not gonna have a successful video shoot, song, whatever it is. You got to stay organized.
Because the more organized you are, the easier the flow is, and you account for mess ups. Like, it's very important to have a date. Dates are very important, because then if you don't have that, then it kind of turns into, yeah, we'll get to it next week and next week and next week. If it's like the 14th, it's like the 14th. Whatever happens, we got to figure out a way around it, because we have to do this on the 14th.
So let's talk about Objection. So it's your latest single, and it's awesome. It's dope. Like, what's the story behind that? I know you talk about, you want, I guess, an ex or somebody you dated before is walking down the aisle, they're getting married, and I guess the visual is like you jump in and you say objection or something like that, because you don't feel like their relationship is, like you should have been the guy, right? Is that?
So, Objection, the backstory behind it, I actually made the song around the time that I had unblocked all my exes on Instagram. It was kind of like a closure moment, kind of like I'm doing this for me. Like, I don't talk to them, I have no beef, like there's no animosity on either side, so just let it go. So it was a way of clearing my mind. And when I made the instrumental first, and I was kind of like, I want to give this like Hey Ya vibes. Like, the song's very upbeat, but I kind of want to make it sad. And so I thought back to the time where I had unblocked all my exes, and I was like, what if I did unblock one of them, and she was married and had kids and had this awesome job and drove a Lamborghini or something, just had a whole life, a successful life, and I'm still trying to figure life out at 24. Like, so then I wrote that song, and it's kind of the story's case, just like really over dramatic. Yeah, but I think it's a awesome concept. It's a cool idea of like somebody like your mom asking you, what happened to that one girl that you used to date, and then you're like, oh,
yeah, she's married, 2 kids, probably a successful job or something like that, like you said. Yeah, I think we can all kind of relate. We think just our mind kind of wanders sometimes, and we think back to our exes or people we've dated and stuff, and you kind of wonder, how are they doing? And unfortunately what happens too is sometimes you create a false narrative that like their life is great and yours isn't, and you should have figured it out, and why this and why that. But
really, like, important is just like you just gotta stay on your grind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't be worrying about can't be doing that. Are you working on visuals for that one? Please tell me yes, please.
Working on visuals for that, but we're in the process of making the storyboard for it now. So it's gonna. A lot of things are in the midst right now. Like, we're already in promo mode for Objection, and we're already working on the visuals for it, and working on what we're going to be doing in the next few months. And everything is moving in almost like a conveyor belt. But big things are going to be happening very, very soon with Objection and with a lot more things.
And any features, any other like stuff, upcoming music? I mean, I'm sure
there is features, but a little bit more outside of the box when it comes to features. So I really want to make that like a aha moment, like that's what he was talking about. So I don't want to get too into what that means.
You don't want to give me too much.
Yeah, but there is going to be collaborations.
I have a written list here, like stuff that I wanted to talk about and touch on, but it was so obviously Mood, Objection, but Hardway, man, that got my attention too. That was one song you have out there that has different artists and stuff on, and Tell me about that. That was awesome, man.
So Hard Way is a song that I did with my boy Cash Black. Shout out to him. He is an amazing artist. He actually just put out a song called Two Tone. Check that out. Definitely check that out. We made that song, I want to say like a year, maybe two ago. And that one was more like just weekend vibes. I had made it and sent it to him because I felt like he was the guy that I felt like could match the energy that I was going for on the song. Yeah, I love Hardware. Stream Hardware.
Yeah.
I'll stream Hardware a lot.
Was because I think there's with two verses on there. So is Twin the producer or who is?
Twin is like the group for that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay. Like you guys formed a little group.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like when we come together and do a song, it's Twin.
Twin. Okay.
Yeah.
How is it different writing process and all that? Like working with somebody else, or is it like I have my verse down, send me your verse and that's it, or do you guys like sit down and talk?
With me and Cash, it's definitely always more of a on the spot kind of thing. Like because we both produce, we both write, we both record ourselves, so it's easy for us to be in the studio together and kind of just vibe off of each other. Plus, we've known each other for years, so it's easy to be like, yeah, I like that, no, I don't like that, and just keep the momentum going. And for other people, I think just with creativity in general, or when you're trying to achieve a goal with somebody, it can be hard depending on the person or the energy that they're bringing to the situation. But I think as long as you both have some kind of want or willingness for compromise and are just willing to get to the end successfully, you're good. But it gets weird when you got bad energy.
Weird is okay, and especially on this show, weird is is fine with that. I'm fine with that. What do you record on? Like what program you use? Because I've been trying to find, like, I've been using Adobe Audition, which is okay. I'm still learning it though. I've heard of Ableton Live. What do you use?
I record off of Pro Tools, but I make beats or like do instrumentals on
Logic. I've heard Logic Pro as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna do some research on Ableton because people have been talking about it, so I am willing to give it a try. But my home is Logic and Pro Tools. That's like my dynamic duo.
You don't have to leave your home.
But I'm willing to go explore.
Right. Good. All right, bro. I think we got to get to that performance. And but I want to say thank you for coming to Roots and having a dope conversation.
Of course.
What's to come next? Your music videos, all that stuff.
Everything is Tranquil, but with a 7 instead of a T. So it's like 7ranquil, 7ranquil. That's like N is in Nancy, not N is in Mary. So like 7ranquil. And thank you, man. Thank you for being so generous with your time and sharing your space. And for setting everything up and listening to me talk, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I don't want to listen to you talk, bro. I want to see you. I'm just kidding. Thanks for coming on, and let's get to that performance, bro, because I know it's going to be dope.